new Samsung Galaxy A55 comes with tons of different cool features. Not only the build quality is greatly improved, also the features are next level on this phone. So first, do you know you can customize this power button basically for any action? So I have set it up to launch a flashlight. So when I'm in dark, I can quickly launch the flashlight without even unlocking my phone. So to set it up, go to your settings, then click Advanced Features, find the side button, and here you can customize the side button. So we can enable this double press, so we can also pretty much set it up to open any app, not only flashlight. So click this gear icon basically and select the app you want from here. So that's very cool. Also, we can customize this press and hold. By default, it's enabled to wake your Bixby basically assistant basically. However, I find that quite useless really. So I have set it up to power off menu, as otherwise you have to press two buttons at the same time. Much more useful. Next, do you know you can actually use your palm to capture your screen? So instead of pressing two buttons and using your hands, or sometimes it's not very practical, you can take your palm and this part basically and slide it across the screen like this, and the screenshot will get taken. So extremely handy. To set it up, make sure you go to settings, then again on the advanced features and click motions and gestures basically, and make sure you have this palm swipe to capture enabled. Next, we can actually make our flashlight flash as we receive notifications. Also, we can make our screen flash as well as we receive any notifications. So if you put your phone basically on a table, you will see when you get any notifications via flashlight basically. So to set it up, go to your settings and find the accessibility at near bottom basically. So click that and click advanced settings. Okay, then select this flash notification. Okay, and make sure you have this camera flash notification enabled basically. You can also select for which apps you want, and also we can enable this screen flash notifications again for which apps or specific apps. So the screen will basically flash as you receive notifications from those apps. And next we also had tons of great features for the camera. So when we launch the camera, we can actually access so many modes here. So when we click on more, and we can also enable this dual recording function, which is a completely new feature on these phones. So essentially what it does, it records on your main camera and your selfie camera at the same time. And you can also drag this thing around and place it wherever you need. So the output video will include both videos at the same time. So very cool if you're a content creator basically. Next, in the same more menu, we also got absolutely crazy super slow motion recording. We got the regular slow motion, but also this time around extremely fast super slow motion. So you really have to try it out. The slow motion is good, but this is absolutely crazy. I was completely blown away. Make sure you check this out. Next, while we are in the selfie mode, we can actually use our hand to start countdown timer. So great option. Just show your palm and it will start a 3-second timer. Also, while in the same photo mode, you can also take a very short video by simply pressing and holding this shutter button basically. So press and hold it and it will start recording the video. As we release it, the video will stop. So very handy feature, and you don't even have to switch to video mode. And seriously, this Galaxy A55 is so smart. So for example, we can also set it up so it lights up as we lift it. So as you see, we don't even have to press any buttons. So extremely useful. And we can also set it up so you can double tap on the screen to make it go to sleep, and also double tap to wake it. To set it up, again, go to your settings and find the advanced features, click on motions and gestures, and make sure you enable all of these. Lift to wake, so it wakes up the screen as you lift it, and double tap to turn on or off. Then in the same advanced features section, you can also find this new dual messenger setup basically. So when we click it, we can actually use two accounts on the same app. So essentially it installs basically two of the same supported apps. So for example, if I enable the WhatsApp, it will install a second copy of the app on my screen, and it will be completely separate. You'll be able to use a new phone number or stuff like that. So this works for most social apps basically, and messengers and stuff like that. Very, very cool. Then also, did you saw you have actually an edge panel, which is here on this phone. So it's enabled by default, at least for me. So you can quickly launch any app or do stuff. Very, very nice. So if you want to enable, disable this, basically go to your settings, display, and click these edge panels. Make sure it's enabled or disabled. Then also you can see you got these navigation bar buttons here by default. You can also change them to basically gesture navigation. So we can click navigation bar and click this swipe gestures basically. So, and as you see, the navigation bar disappears basically. So you can access the apps like this and control it way differently. Personally, I prefer the buttons really over the swipe gestures. Then also in your app drawer you are probably seeing some apps that you don't really like, and you can't even really uninstall some of them. But you can actually hide some of these apps from this app drawer and your home screen. You can click these three buttons here. At the top, click settings and click hide apps on home and app screens. So we can select which apps we want to hide. So you can select to hide these. This is basically bloatware, a lot of bloatware from Samsung, which some of the things you can't really remove. So we can click done. Okay, done, and the apps we selected will disappear from this list. So that's very, very handy. All right, next let's customize our lock screen, and this is fully customizable as well. We can customize these quick launch actions here as well. So we can set it up to pretty much work for anything else. So to customize it, make sure you are in your lock screen. So, and click and hold simply on the lock screen. Okay, till it shows like this. So when we click, for example, the clock, we can customize the style of the clock here. So to whatever you need, or disable the clock altogether. Also, we can change the colors here. Okay. So very nice, and we can customize these notification styles and stuff like that as well. So okay, let's customize further, and we can also customize these quick launch actions. So we can select which one we need. So we can quickly launch the calculator now. Also we can add more widgets here, so which will show you basically a lot of information here. So we can add weather, for example, here as well. Let's check it out, and we got a weather here. So if you want to actually change your wallpapers again, you have to click and hold, and then click wallpapers and style, then click change wallpapers. There are different wallpapers here, but I really suggest to go to the Galaxy theme store basically. Then click get more wallpapers. And the trick is to go to this top section here and filter by free. So you can select tons of free, absolutely great wallpapers. There are probably, I don't know, tens of thousands of different wallpapers. So huge choice basically. Okay, and finally let's talk about the battery. So when we go to the settings and battery, we can actually get a lot of different customization options here. We can enable this battery protection basically. So when we click, and we can select different modes basically. So it will, so we can set it up to stop charging at 80%, and this will give the most battery protection really. So it will last a long time. So also when we scroll down, we can click charging settings, and we can enable or disable the fast charging. So the phone by default charges at 25 watts of power. When we disable it, this charging speed will be slower, but your battery life will really thank you for that, because the slower you charge your battery, the less wear it gets. So guys, I do hope you liked these tips and tricks on the Samsung Galaxy A55. So personally, I think this is absolutely great phone. If you haven't purchased it already, I really suggest this. It's such a nice build quality phone, and the cameras are actually also quite decent, especially considering this is A series Samsung phone. And yeah, this build quality is so nice, and it's so fast. And glass back, metal frame, dual SIM cards, eSIMs, decent cameras. Yeah, everything you would want really. Nice phone indeed. See you.